Good morning, all of you, and welcome to the Advanced MS Excel Certificate course, day 8. In today's session, we are going to cover pivot table and pivot chart. So, pivot table, let me give you a brief about it. So, when you're talking about pivot table, so basically, yesterday we have also seen some operations on table. So, how these pivot tables are different? Basically, a pivot table is a feature in MS Excel which allows you to present your data in a summarized manner so that it will become very easier for you or for a person to analyze the data in a table. Okay, so when you have lot of data, it can sometimes be very difficult to analyze all of the information in your worksheet. Like if you have thousands of rows or hundreds of rows in your worksheet, in your active worksheet, and you want to make analysis on that particular data which is available in Microsoft Excel. So it is a very difficult job for a person to view all the 100 rows at a time and comparing each and everything one by one and remembering it and then presenting it in a sorted format or in a summarized way. It is a very difficult job for you. So that is why Microsoft Excel provides you a better feature that is known as pivot table. Now with the help of pivot table, what you can do, you can summarize your data, you can analyze your data. So pivot tables can help you to make your sheet more manageable by summarizing your data and allowing you to manipulate it in a different ways. And there you can also perform filtering operations, slicing operations, so that given on a depending criteria only, the data will be represented or will be presented in front of you in form of table. Now you can make use of pivot table to answer some analytical questions, like whenever you want to prepare a pivot table for any kind of data. So first thing, you must be ready with some set of questions, like these are the set of questions for which I want the data to be represented or presented in that particular table. Like what kind of questions you can have, like for a sales record or for sales summary, if I want to know that who means which of my salespersons are doing great in a particular region or in a particular product domain, or if I want to know the sales analysis, the overall sales figure for my particular product in a region X or in a particular year XYZ. So this is how you need to build some set of questions, and then you should prepare a pivot table which can answer all this set of questions. If you are just trying to build or you are trying to convert any kind of table or any kind of data into pivot table, then believe me, it is not going to work for you, because without having some proper set of questions in your mind, if you are trying to build a pivot table, it will be undirectional, because there won't be any fruitful outcome of that particular process, because you don't know that what kind of data actually you are looking for. And if you are doing like that, if you are going like that, then believe me, you will not be able to perform a proper analysis on that particular data and you won't get the expected results. Okay, so that is why I am saying that whenever you are going to create a pivot table for any kind of data, just try to understand that what the data consists of, Okay, what are the figures in it, what are the facts in it, so that you can prepare some set of questions. Okay, and then only you can prepare a pivot table so that it can target or it can answer each of your questions whatever you have created. So consider the example below, like the example what we have. This is the table. This table consists of 5 columns, where out of this 5 columns the first column is of a salesperson, where it consists of name of the salesperson. As you can see, the salesperson's names are repeated. Okay, then there are columns. The column B consists of region, and then column C consists of the accounts in particular regions, and then column D, which consists of the order amount in each and every region in different accounts, and column E consists of month. So as you can see from this kind of data, you can have the analysis of the performance of a salesperson, how much order he has placed or how much order he has taken, and what are the accounts where more number of orders have been gone, and then in which month the performance of a particular sales person is better or down. So this kind of varied nature of analysis you can do. So that depends on the data, that what kind of data you hold. So is it clear to all of you whatever I have said till now? Is it clear to all of you? So I hope you all understood the basic points. So that is what forms the basis for a pivot table in Excel or in Microsoft Excel. Okay, so that is Microsoft, in Microsoft Excel you can read pivot table to be a data presentation tool where you can present and summarize and aggregate your data. So if the question is like what is the amount sold by each salesperson. So answering it could be time consuming and difficult. Each salesperson appear on multiple rows, and we would know to total all of their different orders individually. That will take a lot of time. Instead of that, you could also make use of subtotal command to do the same operation, but that will also take a lot of data. First thing, you need to do some sorting on all the things. You have to bring all the data together, and then you have to perform the subtotal operation, and that too it will not provide you summarized way. So here your pivot tables comes into the picture. Okay, so when you are making use of pivot table, it can instantly calculate and summarize the data in a way that will make it much easier to read. Like this table, the table what you are seeing above will simply create a pivot table which will look like this. Okay, your question was what is the amount sold by each salesperson regardless of the month, account or reason. Just see, this is the table which has been created by pivot table. Now this is a pivot table which has been created from the previous table, and what it consists of, it consists of name of all the salesperson and their total amount whatever they have sold. So this is how it makes it very easier for you. Just on a tip of a click of a button, just you can get each and everything whatever you want, but you must be focused about that what actually you are looking for. Accordingly, if you want to know the sales in a particular region, so you can do it region wise. If you want to know it according to a account, you can do it. If you want to know the sales in a particular month, you can do that. If you want to know the sales in a particular month by region, that is also possible. So varied nature of analysis can be done, but you should know those questions, then only you can create an answer. Okay, so this is how it can be very useful for your analysis and some summarizing process. So once you have created pivot table, you can use it to answer different questions by rearranging or pivoting the data. For example, let's say we wanted to answer what is the total amount sold in each month. Like previously I have said that if you want to do analysis month wise, region wise, so all this is possible. We could modify our pivot table to look like this. This is how month means the sales analysis on the basis of month. In January, total sales is this. In February, this is the sales. In March, this is, regardless of the reason. If you want to do the same thing on the basis of reason, that is also possible. Now we will try with a live example. Okay, but just before moving forward, I would like to know whether the things whatever I have said here today is clear to all of you or not. So, as you have understood the concept of pivot table, so now we'll quickly move to a live example. Now, this is what the Excel sheet where we are going to do some practice today. Now, talking about creating an Excel sheet. So this is the Excel sheet, what we have seen in the previous example. As you can see, there are around 40 rows where it consists of the informations of the salespersons and their performance, like whatever amount they have sold, and then the account number, the reason, and the month. Now, if you want to create a pivot table, so what you have to do, first thing, you have to go to insert. The moment you go to insert, in the insert ribbon, what you can do, just at the very beginning, means towards the left hand side, you will be able to see a tool which is known as pivot table. Okay, it is available under the table section of insert tab, and under that you can find pivot table, you can find pivot tables recommended, means like chart. In chart also there were options like charts, various charts, and apart from that recommended charts. So automatically it will recommend some type of charts which can be suitable for your data. In the same way, here also it will recommend some pivot tables which are suitable for your data. Okay, so if you are simply clicking on pivot table, what happens? It will automatically select the entire range of cells where any information is appearing. Just see this. Okay, it is selecting the range of cells which are actively there in the table or in the Excel sheet. Okay, otherwise what you can do, you can just cancel it, and then you can select your sheet, whatever you want to convert it into a pivot table. Then after selecting those cells, just click on pivot table. The moment you do that, just see what happens here. A create pivot table dialog box appear in front of you, and what it says, the very first option, it says select a table or a range. Now if the data is present in a form of table, so by default it will select it as a table. Or what you can do, from this option you can select a particular table, and apart from that, if you want to make use of some external data source, like if data is there in some other Excel sheet, or it is in some other type, like it is a comma separated file, or it is a Microsoft Access document which is a database. Then if it is present in form of Microsoft SQL database, or it is present in form of Oracle database, or any kind of other data format or other data models, if the data is present, what you can do, you can use this external data source option, means the data which is not available in Excel, but it is there in some other kind of data sources or data formats. So you can go to choose connection, and then you can select the particular options. That this option also I will demonstrate you. Don't worry, I will teach you that how to do analysis or how to create pivot table on external data source. We will take an example of Excel data or Access database. Apart from that, if you want to create, if you want to select any of the tables which are there in the uh, some external worksheets, so that is also possible. Like I have opened two worksheets. One is the intro pivot table, another is the more pivot table. So these are the two different worksheets. So whatever tables are available there, it is already displaying it. Okay, so you can select any of those. So that is what this particular option provides you. That is the choose external data source. And apart from that, if you want something else, so that can be done. And now here in the second option or the second half of this particular window, that displays you that where to create that pivot table, means whatever pivot table will be created on the basis of that selected table, where it will be stored. So here there are two options. One is the new worksheet, another is the existing worksheet. The moment you click on new worksheet, a new worksheet will be created, which will consist of that particular pivot table. And if you are selecting the existing worksheet, what it will do, it will create the pivot table in the existing worksheet only. Like whatever worksheet you have opened, it will create there only. Okay, and if you want to give a particular range, cell range, that within this cell range only the, or from this particular cell only the pivot table should start, so that is also possible. Like if I click here, so just what it says, in the first quarter sheet it should start from cell J10. So this is how you can give that particular option also. Or if you want to do it in a separate sheet, so what you can do, you can open another sheet and you can give a location of that. And apart from that, if you want to open a new worksheet itself, so just you can go there and you can click on OK. Now your table 1 is selected and your Excel is going to be created in a new worksheet. So just now click on OK and just see what happens next. The moment I do that, what happens? It creates another sheet in the same workbook. So a new worksheet has been created. Now, as you can see, there is no data. Only the pivot table is appearing from the cell A3. Only the pivot table is appearing. It is blank. What it reads? It reads that to build a report, choose fields from the pivot table fields. Now, this is the graphical representation where you will be able to see the data, but your pivot table field actually appears toward the right hand side of the screen. Now here you can see that, now here you can see this on the pivot table fields. There are fields which you have to select, like salesperson's, region, account, order amount, month. As you can, if you can remember, so you, if you can remember what these fields are, so just go to this particular table and you can see the salesperson, reason, account, order amount and months are nothing but the header or column name of that particular table. Okay, so these are the fields, these are treated as field. Now if I select on salesperson, so I will be able to see salesperson data. If I select reason, so I will be able to see the reasons below them. If I click on account, so account will come for each and every reason. If I click on order amount, so the order amount will also be visible according to the account numbers. And then if I click on month, so monthly data will be available to all of you. Like for Alberton Kathy in East region in January, February, March month, these are the amounts which he has sold and their total. This is the account number and this is the amount and their total. So this is how it does. Now the moment I remove month, what it says? It only says the sales of that particular region. Okay. And what if I remove this account as well as region? Just see what happens. It only displays salesperson's data, salesperson's name and order amount. So here you can see this table only consists of the name of the salespersons and whatever amount they have sold that is only visible in front of you. Now, instead of salesperson, if you want to do the analysis of total sale, now what it does when I'm clicking only order amount, so it gives the summarized value. It gives the sum of the entire sales amount or the order amount. Now, just when I click on reason, so what it does the reason wise analysis. Like in east region, the total sales is 4,340. In north region, the total sales is 3,160. In south region, the total sales is 10,875, and in the west region, the sales is 5,190. Okay, so this is how you can do that. Now, if you want to do the analysis monthly, what you can do, you can go to month. As you can see, in the month of January, the total sales is 9,090. In the month of February, the total sales is 9,160. In the month of March, it is 5,350. And now, if you want to do the analysis with these three particular things, if you want to know in the month of January, this is what the sales done by each and every individual. In the month of February, this is what the sales done by each and every individual. And in the month of March, this is what the sales done by each and every individual. Apart from that, if you want, you can also select, and here you can select that what data exactly you want. Now, if you want the month wise analysis of only one particular salesperson, so click on OK, and just it will show the Alberton Cathy's data. Like you can see in January his sales is 925, in February it is 1375, and in March it is 350, which is the lowest one. So you can say the performance of uh, Albertson Cathy is lowest or is poor in the month of March, and it is highest or it is better in the month of February. So this is how the analysis can be done. Okay. So apart from doing it from here, you can do it from there also. So this is how it works. Okay. Now if you want to add more pivot tables, so that is also possible. Okay. Now just select all these things, and if you want to select something else, you can do that. So this is how you can make use of this particular table pivot table fields option. And now suppose if you want to do some filter operation, okay, like here I have selected salesperson and month, and not month, I am selecting order amount. And what I am doing here, I have to select all. Okay, click on that. And now if I want to add some filters on my particular pivot table, what I can do, I can select any of the table, any of the fields, I can drag it and I can drop to the filter. The moment I do that, what happens, a new filter region will be added to it. Like earlier it was only salesperson name. Okay, now the moment I put region over here, another filter will be added over here, that is the, now what you can do, you can perform filtering on that. Okay, now the moment I do that, the moment I add this filter, so what happens, it will come over here. As you can see, the moment I move that particular filter to row labels, what happens, it has come over here, and for each and every cells the region wise analysis is now displayed over here. So this is how it works. Okay, now here what I have selected salesperson. Apart from that, if you want to select region, so it will give only region state. Okay, so this is how it works. And out of that, if I want to select only south, click on OK. So it will only display the sales related information for south region only. Like in south region, that is Walters Chris, Florestia and Davis William. They are the only salesperson those who are there. So it will display only those salesperson data for south region. In the same way, if you want to do it for north only, you can click on that. You will get only Thompson's Shannon sales related information. If I click on east, I will only get these two salespersons information because they are the only two who are associated with that particular region. And the same way, if I do it with west, I will be able to see the two salespersons. So this is how more filters can be added. If you want, you can add one more filter like month into it. Okay, the moment you do that, what happens? Just come here in the region itself, you are able to see these two. Why? Because you haven't moved this particular filter to row. The moment you do that, what happens? It comes to the row. Now similarly, what you can do, you can also bring it to the column. Okay, now suppose if you are selecting this month again, and what you are doing, the month has been removed from here. Now if you are moving it to column instead of moving it to row, the moment you do that, move it to column, what happens? Month wise analysis comes to the column like C, D, E. Now you are able to see these three columns which has been added to it. Like if I am doing the analysis of West, so for Brennan Michael, you can see the sales in West region in the month of February is this, in the month of March is this, okay, and in the month of January is this. So this is how the representation of information is done. I hope you all understood till now whatever I have taught you. Okay, so now we'll move to the next part. As you can see, and you present Excel sheet only. How you can do, if you want to move month into column, as you can see, now it is visible here. Accordingly, you can bring account also if you want to get it into columns. This is how you can add it. Okay, if you want to get in rows, you can drag it and you can drag it to this particular section of this particular field. The moment you make it to row, so it will be available here. So whatever kind of configuration you want to perform, you can do it. And if you want to summarize, if you want to summarize the values, so here you can see in under values you can see sum of order. As we have only one field which can be summarizable, that is the order amount. Okay, so that we have summarized. Suppose if you have multiple fields which can be summarized, so that can be placed here under values section, it will summarize it. Okay, now if I try to put a month under it, just see what happens. Okay, it will not display you in appropriate data. Okay, what it will do, it will just summarize the months. Okay, so total count of months are 3. So this is how it is going to work. So always think that what kind of data you are dealing with and what is the use of it. So you cannot use month here. Okay, so you just remove it because it will be of no use. Okay, the moment I do that, it will remove. So if any miserable field is there, miserable means which can be summarized, which can be averaged, on which you can perform some mathematical operation. So that particular things means I can say fact. Whatever factual informations are there, the facts are related to the analysis. Okay, like I am doing all the analysis on the basis of my sales amount only. Or so in the same way, if you want to do it on price, you can do that. If you want to do it on quantity, yes, you can do that. Okay, if you want to do it on age, yes, you can do that. So this is how you can, these are the facts. Facts are nothing but the data on which analysis can be done, which can be summarized, which can be aggregated. So that type of data is known as fact, and facts always consist of numbers. Okay, like if you want to aggregate or perform these operations on percentage, so you cannot do it on that. The percentage cannot be put for summarization and all. Okay, so you have to remember that what kind of data you are dealing with and what is the use of it, and accordingly you can do the operations with it. So under values, you will put only those columns or those particular fields which can be summarized. Okay, like whenever we do that, at the end of the table, you will be able to see that every time it provides a summary of all the informations, whatever you have. Okay, like the overall Summarize data you can see for the month of January, here for the month of February, for the month of March, for these two salesperson in this region, that is how the analysis can be done. Okay, now apart from putting filters, one more option is there which you can make use of, that is slicer. Now slicer is again a very useful tool which provides you the flexibility, or which provides you the result in similar manner how a filter provides you. Like you can say slicer is another kind of filtering tool only, but it is faster than applying filters. Like what you have to do, you have to click filter here, you have to choose a column here, then you have to put it here under the filter, then you have to move it to row or column, you have to decide that on what particular thing you can go to filter. So that takes a lot of time, it is not fast enough to process your data. So if you want to process your data fastly, and if you want to apply filters and see the result fastly, uh, or quickly, so what you can do, you can just click on slicer. You can go to the slicer tool, and here it becomes very important tool for you, which gives a quick, which allows you to quickly filter your data. So use a slicer to filter data visually as well as quickly. So slicers makes it fast and very efficient for the user to filter their information in pivot tables, or in any table, or in charts, or in cubes. So the moment you click on a slicer, what happens? It will provide you all the fields which are available here. Now insert these slicers whatever you want to make use of. Suppose if I want to make use of month, the moment I click on OK, so here the slicers are available. Okay. Now when I click for January, I get the data only for January. When I click on February, I get only the data for February. When I click on March, I only get it for March. Like earlier, when I applied filter on the basis of month, what I got? I got all the things. And then if I have to go and choose month wise, I have to do it. So that takes a lot of time. Instead of that, it provides a slicer in front of you, and whatever month's information you want, you can just click it and you can get it. And accordingly, if you want to add a new slicer, you can go to that particular option. Okay, like here, instead of month, what you all can do, first you have to remove it. Okay, and just delete this particular slicer. Again go to pivot option, analyze, click on this slicer. And last time we did on the basis of month, now you do it on the basis of region. The moment you do that, click on OK, and now as you can see, waste is already selected. If you want this, you can get it. Okay, so instead of coming to here and getting confused that you have to select it here and then doing this operation, what you can do, you can always get your slices in front of you, and you can click whatever kind of analysis you want to perform. So this is also one of the handy tool which can be used by you people to do the analysis. Now I hope it is clear to all of you and you all understood it very well, that how to create a pivot table, how to make use of this pivot table fields, what are the various filtering options, then how to summarize the value, and then how to perform the filtering quickly on the basis of slices by inserting slices into a pivot table. Is it okay to all of you? So as we have seen pivot table, features of it and how to make use of it, how to create it, to customize it, okay, how to apply various filters and slicers. Now we'll move ahead and we'll study about pivot charts. Like pivot tables are the features of Microsoft Excel where you can summarize your data in form of a table and you can do the analysis of your data. In the same way, pivot charts are also one of the very useful tools where you can do the analysis of your data in form of charts rather than using table. You can make use of charts, and the pivot charts are like regular charts except they display data from pivot table. Like your normal charts, what they do? Yeah, they display data from table, normal table. But pivot charts in the form of look, feel, formatting, they are like normal or regular charts only, but they get their data from pivot table where the regular charts get their data from the normal table. Okay, so that is what the very thin difference between a pivot chart and a normal chart. So whenever a question comes from you that what is the source of data for a pivot chart, so you can say that a pivot table is the source of data for pivot chart. And if a question comes like what is the source of data for regular chart, so you can say a regular table or a table is a source of data for regular charts. So that is, this is how you can differentiate between these two things. So whenever I am saying pivot charts, so pivot charts are always going to make use of pivot table data only. You cannot use regular table or normal tables data for creating a pivot chart. So pivot charts, just like regular charts, you will be able to select a chart type, layout and style that will best represent the data. To create a pivot chart, what you have to do? You have to go to the insert section, and from there in the chart option you can select a pivot chart option, okay, like displayed in the image. You can see here in our regular example, like you have to be in this particular section only. Okay, you have to be in this particular section means in sheet 1 only where your pivot table is present. Now what you do, you just go to insert section. Under the insert sections you will be able to see this chart. So under insert ribbon tab option, under chart section, you will be able to see various charts. Out of that, you have the option to select pivot chart. Now, the moment you see pivot chart, so it uses pivot charts to graphically summarize data and explore complicated data. Just click on it. The moment you do that, you will be able to see these charts options. So these chart options are the normal chart options which are available under pivot charts also. Now we need this basic column one only, and we'll click on OK. If you want to use some other type of chart, you can do that. Okay, if you want to make use of some online templates, if you have, that also can be done. So I'm selecting only column. The moment I do that, what it does for the sum of my order amount, this is what the data has been prepared, and along with that it also provides something which you didn't had in normal chart. Yes, that is the filter. Here you have filters available on the basis of which you can present your information. Like if I want to do it for a particular salesperson only, then I click his name, or multiple salesperson, then you can click both of their name and just you can present the data. Okay, now you have to select the region in which they are. So we don't know in which region they are working, so you can click on select all. Okay, so this is how the data can populate in front of you. Okay, so whatever their respective region will be, like they both work in south and east. One works in south, one works in east. So that data related to them will be displayed. Now the moment when I click on this particular thing, so you can see January points, David's, William, South. Okay, and this is what the sales figure is. No, this is not sales figure. Basically, this is the account. This is the account detail. Okay, and these are the legends. For January, this particular color is there. For February, this is the color, and for March, this is the color code. Okay, so this is how you can get your data in pivot chart. As you can see in look and feel, it is similar to the regular chart, but in the terms of working, it provides you options for presenting your data on the basis of your criteria. As you can apply filters also in this particular charts. In regular charts, the option of filter was not there. It will display only that data whatever is present in your table. Okay, so here what you can do, you can change your chart, and accordingly your table will also change. That was not possible in the regular chart. Okay, if you are making some changes to chart, it is not going to affect on table, but here whenever you are changing any of the criteria, so that will also be reflected back to the table. As you can see that those changes are reflected back to the table, means that will also included, or that selection will always included inside your pivot table. Okay, so this is how you can make use of this particular tool, which is known as pivot chart. I hope it is clear to all of you. Now when it comes to the formatting, so if you want to format this particular chart, so yes, it is possible. You can do that. You can select various styles of data, various style of pivot charts. Okay, like here it comes with a background. Okay, so here as you can see, if you want to apply some different styles, so you can do that. You can select different style of charts available here, like one with background or without background. So if you want to apply any of the formatting options, you can do that from the provided style options. And if you want, you can select this option, or if you want, you can select this option. Then if you want to choose a particular theme, so you can do that. Okay, so however you want, you can modify your chart. Apart from that, if you want, so you can add elements into your chart like access styles, chart title, data labels, okay, data tables. So the entire pivot table will also come into that chart. Then error bars if you want, then time trend line if you want, you can put that also, like linear, exponential, linear forecast, or whatever you want, you can do that particular thing. And apart from that, if you are looking for some more kind of formatting, so what you can do, just you can go to this format option. Okay, and from here you can do some kind of formatting on the text and their borders. And apart from that, if you want to go to design, so you can come here and you can select the available designs here. If you want to change the chart type, you can do that also. Okay, if you want to make it into line, you can select it. Okay, it will present a line graph. If you want to make it a pie diagram, you can click on it, you will get a pie diagram. And accordingly, if you want to make selections, you can deselect all of them, and you can select like this one. Okay, so accordingly the pie chart will be available in front of you. Okay, so this is how it does. If you want to make it for the month of January, February, March, accordingly it has displayed you. Now if you want to make it for only January, just see what happens. Okay, so this is how it makes a difference. Okay, now if you want to select data, that can also be done from here. From if you want to switch the labels. Okay, so if this axis needs to come into this, so you can do that also. And apart from that, If you want to change the color, so color option we have already seen. If you want to change the layout, so the layout can also be changed from here. Adding element, that has also already been done. If you want here also, if you want to move the chart from this particular sheet to another sheet, so you can do that. Okay, like if I want to move it to new sheet, so it will create a new sheet named chart 1. Okay, so this is how you can see we have performed many operations on Microsoft Excel pivot table and pivot chart. So these are some things which we can apply on. And apart from that, if you want it for practice purpose, so under more pivot option we have available, we have seen all the things like applying filters over here. Okay, then moving them back to columns, then moving them back to months. This is how you can do this operation, and if you want, you can apply filters over here. Okay, you can select any of them, apply it, so it will come accordingly. If you want like deselect anything, so this is how it changes. So this is what a pivot table and pivot chart option consists of, and this is how it is a very beautiful way and very effective way of presenting your data. And this is what it consists of for the today's session, which I would like to conclude here. Okay, and next day we'll come up with some more advanced options and we'll do that. So I conclude my today's session. Okay, thank you.